Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Wormy. I'm going to tell you a story right now. Are you interested in my story?
Quite a bit, actually.
Excellent. My story, it begins like all stories do. The start. The words flew from my mouth that day. I enjoyed a nice walk down the streets of New York City, the adventure land, the land of dreams and hopes, and tears, everything in between. My trip began as every trip, practicing witchcraft.
Obviously.
It's a hobby of mine. The days were long, the nights were short. We would go and learn about our excellent crafts. Making sure things fell perfectly into place.
So now is this like casting spells or witches making paper mache hats?
I prefer the paper mache.
Clearly.
Paper mache was brought to me up into a subject not too long ago by a young Ernest Borgnine.
Fine actor.
Very. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ernest, he came up to me one day and said, "Wormster," and I replied, "Yes, Ernest, my friend, the fine actor." Ernest said, "I made you this paper mache hat. It reminded me of you." I took the hat. I thanked Ernest, and we both went our separate ways.
Have you seen him since that fateful evening?
Only once. And that time, we were at dinner. His wife makes a splendid chicken cordon bleu.
Yes, very fine dish.
She puts these broccoli.
I didn't know chicken cordon bleu had broccoli.
She does magical things with broccoli. You could just imagine. Back on track. My story was still going on in the streets of desire. I took a taxi.
The Streets of Desire near Canal Street.
I took a taxi and decided I wanted to make my trip to the Lady of the Water, the green giant goddess, the statue. The statue, she had many qualifying qualities about her, made me fall in love. But none were as good as that wonderful day in the park where I met one fantastic person. She resembled a large, buxom elephant, but nowhere near as buxom as Ernest Borgnine.
A fine actor.
Very fine. I was scripted for one of his movies once.
Really, which one?
I don't remember. It wasn't that popular.
Oh.
This woman I met one time there was the same woman I met at the park. We later took a stroll down Times Square by Radio City Music Hall. And eventually, she revealed herself. A fine actress who starred with a person you might know. Do you listen to music, my friend?
Oh, all the time.
She starred in a movie with a man named Tommy Lee.
Really, which Tommy Lee hasn't been in any movies, though.
There was one in particular.
Oh, which one was it?
I'm not allowed to talk. I was casted for that movie once,
Oh.
but I'm afraid of boats,
Oh.
and I don't like water.
Then how did you get to the Statue of Liberty? It's an island.
I So, the day went on where I
You're making this all up, aren't you?
no,
Wormy McWormer, Tim, Adelaide Stevenson.
the lady was named Pamela.
Wow.
She was fine. We went on to the trip to my magic place, filled with hopes, dreams, candy-covered marshmallows, where we later went on and filmed the movie you might remember called Speed.
The one on the bus?
That was the final production.
Oh, so you were in like the pre-production phase of the movie.
Yes. It was beginning to be a movie about a train.
A train?
The train wasn't allowed to go over, so many miles. I don't remember the exact number here, but my story, it moved on. I met people. I saw things. I did lots of stuff. I rescued a cat once.
Oh, from where?
It was a place. It was in a tree.
Was it a tree? How'd you get up there?
Well, it was very difficult, but it happened.
Okay.
But the moral of my entire story is that
You get a little choked up there?
yeah, it's very touching.
I can tell. Your eyes look like they're welling up.
I know.
Do you want to take a minute?
Yeah. Please.
Do you want anything to drink?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
The moral is that when my conspicions were bringing me down and I did not know what was going on, that big green lady was always there to help me out.
Pamela.
When I needed her. That's my story.
It's a very nice story. Thank you for sharing it with me.
And then I remembered wondering, what ever happened to Ernest Borgnine?
A fine actor.
Very fine. He once took me out for whiskey and women.
But another story for another time, perhaps.
Another story for my friends. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my story.
No problem.